Society rewards this. And see, that's the problem I have right there. I have a real big problem with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Last night, I was looking at a YouTuber that I follow, and he's a very insightful OG man, and I like listening to his takes on different various topics about the world and just his worldview of things and what's actually happening out here. Um, so I was watching this video last night, and just continue to watch it and continue to watch it. But it was something that really stuck out to me that really bugged me to death about it, and it really made me make this video because I want to address this situation. I know that I'm going to get a lot of blowback from the people out here working because of their view on working, right? Which I don't have a problem with, right? But I'm going to break it down as to why I don't like doing it. But first, I want to let you guys know what he said. So, so he pretty much said that he respect me. He respect men out here who work for what they work to eat and work to get the basic things that they need. But he don't respect a person who's using the system if they're able-bodied. And so he also thinks if you're able-bodied, there's no way that you should be out here trying to get anything from the government. You should be out here getting it by yourself, because that's what a quote-unquote man should be doing. And I don't know if I said this, but I'm going to say it again. If I did say it. He said he doesn't respect it. He doesn't respect he doesn't respect a able-bodied man who don't want to work and use the system. So he was talking about it so much to where this line triggered me. And usually I don't let stuff trigger me, but this line triggered me. He said, because they don't want to work for themselves, they don't want to work at all and go out there and get it, you should leave them on a curb to starve. And also he said, if he seen somebody on the curb and he knew that they didn't want to do those things and they're able-bodied, he would roll right past them as if they're not a human being. And see, we have been so programmed out here, y'all, to the point to where we take narratives and we run with it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is because this has been passed down from generation to generation, right? And our parents and our grandparents and our great-great-grandparents have, as far as grandfathers wise, right? This is what they give you. They gave you the lesson on, you work hard for your money. You provide for your family. You do the things you need to do for your family. That's what a man should be doing. All the while, that not knowing that they were being programmed into believing this. And, even myself, before I had woke up and figured stuff out, man, that it's sad, because people will sit here and take the narrative and run with it. And they really feel that in their heart, and they will die behind it. That if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't grind, you don't shine. And that's the part of the programming that people sit in, that they don't want to unlearn, to relearn. And so, it just bugs me to death because, again, like, who came up with this shit, man? Who came up with the traditional man that needs to work to eat, and if you don't grind, you don't shine? Like, if you ain't out there chasing money, then you're not a man. I have a big problem with that, man. It's because it's been fed into our souls so long is that people don't see it all the way. And this is part of the system that conditions us and to be this way. And we don't even question it. We don't wonder why we're doing the shit that we're doing. We're just doing it. And so, the OG guys he's from down south, he's from Alabama. And you know, one of them old school OG dudes that I used to that I grew up with back in the day, big old hairy man and everything, man. That type of manly man that I thought was, the traditional man that I used to follow behind and grow up to be, and stuff like that, And this guy he's woken up, but I don't think he's fully woke, to what's going on out here. And as far as I'm concerned, is that this is the fucking label, you know. Just like when they say that you're lazy, just like when they say that you're a bum, just like when they say that you this and that. These are labels, but it has nothing to do with us. But because we've been programmed enough that we associate ourselves with it because we know no better. And for me to be like I am, I don't associate with this shit, but still, because of the other part of me still, it gets disgruntled by it because I hear it, And to me, on this planet, everyone should be treated equal, but obviously we don't live in this kind of planet, because they always say that life ain't fair. So, there's no level playing field, which is bullshit to me because it needs to be a level playing field on all sides. But because the way they structured it out here is that it's always going to be unfair. And me, I'm going to say this, and a lot of you working people out here is going to be bothered by what I say. But if you take the time to really think about what I'm saying, then you'll get it. But if you don't, it's okay too, because you don't know any better and you don't want to know any better, so I get it. So, everybody works, right? Everybody works. It's just, the thing is that people don't do it the traditional way. So, when I break this down, you're going to probably trip out, right? This is for men and women, because women, I have to include y'all too, because you've been conditioned as well, also. When you wake up in the morning, you're working. When you rub the coal out of your eyes, you're working. When you wash your face, you're working. When you brush your teeth, you're working. When you tie your shoes up, you're working. When you're walking, you're working. When you're driving, you're working. When you do any kind of workouts, you're working. When you're looking around like I'm doing right now, you're working. When you lift your arm up, you're working. When you move your fingers, you're working. When your heart beats, it's working. I say all that to say this, is that everybody works. It's just not in that traditional sense that you've been programmed to think. You're steady chasing something that has no end to it, that you're trying to get a dopamine hit of whatever level that you're trying to reach. That who knows if you're going to ever achieve it. And in my case, that I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because obviously there's no amusement, excitement in it. Yeah, I've mentioned in the last video, when I was mentioning about my update, get out the hospital, and about the situation I was breaking down, talking about me having to go look for a traditional job. I don't like it because it's not me at all, right? But I'll say this, is that the money's supposed to work for you. You're not supposed to work for it. And I know that will go over people's head a lot, but I'm gonna say it again. You don't supposed to work for the money. The money's supposed to work for you. That's just a lesson right there. But you know, people will blindly just keep doing what they're doing, right? Just chasing something that we've given value to that has really no damn meaning to it because it's really a piece of paper, you guys. You people don't really realize that shit because, of course, it's been passed down for so many generations that you can't see it all the way, man. Before all this shit, it was bartering, man. We basically traded different things for equal value or whatever, whatever. We did those things. We wasn't going to go clock in at some damn job to go make a piece of paper. We're talking about this, man. We're talking about this. This is what people do. People fight over this. People kill over this. People argue over this. And we've given this value. We've given it value. But you guys won't understand that. You guys won't because you feel like that whatever that your people from back in the day, when they raised you, have taught you that that's the way to be. You don't want to unlearn your brain. You don't want to rewire your brain. Let's just say, you rather stay in the conditions that you're in because you know any better, right? Hey, everybody could be on this level, but they just choose not to. And me myself, when I think about the idea of being this particular way, like if I don't go out and go get it, that I'm not a man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit across the board. You know it, and I know it. But you're too scared to say it. And I'm not scared. And the system out here, it's been fucked up from the gate to keep you doing what you're doing, which is chasing nothing. They're going to have your ass working until you're super duper old and feel like, oh yeah, I got all these years out of you. You're going to live your last golden years going to the doctor, right? And we all know how that is out there. You're going to spend time going having doctor visits, and before you know it, you're going to be gone because you spend all your damn life working the traditional way of working. You don't want to let the money work for you. You want to work for it. It don't seem to bother you because you feel like that's the way to be. That's the American dream, is go out and go get it. When all this shit out here is basically here for free, right? But we've been programmed to believe that we have to go get it. And see, I use this platform to talk about this kind of stuff because people in my irregular everyday life, they can't handle this. They think I think I'm a lunatic. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm out of my mind. And I'm simply not out of my mind, y'all. I just get it. I get it for what it really is. It's all bullshit. They basically tricked you into a life to believe that you got to earn your way to live. You can't just simply be out here, man, and be an individual. You know what I'm saying? And also I want to add, too, because I forgot to mention this, that it's so sad out here that you're just as valuable. No, you're not just as valuable, but your job equal. It basically carries you as the individual that you are. People don't care about your character these days no more. They care about what you got in your pocket. That goes for friendships, relationships, and whatever else. It's like we out here playing a dating game, right? But we playing a dating game in a different sense. You know what I'm saying? We playing a dating game to see if, I got this particular high paying job, and you need to have something either at my pay range or above to get my time. If you don't have any of those, we can't talk. We can't have a discussion. There's no need to talk. That's absolutely sad, y'all. And see, me, I'm big on character, man. Fuck what's in your pockets, man. I'm big on character to the nth degree. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be working for 15 years. I don't give a fuck about that. What is your character like? If your character's fucked up, I don't want to fuck with you at all. But see, people don't identify with those things no more. They don't stick to those core values like that. As far as that, They don't stick to you having your health, because obviously if you're not healthy, you can't perform or do anything, right? They'd rather you be out here struggling, you know, because the system has put it out here like this, and they rather you relishing in that to talk shit about you. Y'all don't see how backwards that is, y'all? That's backwards as hell, man. See, what people will say with me making this video right now, they would say, "You're not working. The hell you doing? You just talking. You don't know a damn thing." But that's crazy to me, right? Because I am working, right? I'm giving you guys my thoughts about a certain particular topic, right? Or just talk about my worldview and things that's going on in my life, straight from the hip. This ain't no scripted version. I don't have a piece of paper or anything around me. Just my hands here, and that's it. But see, they frown upon that type of shit, man. They don't want that because it doesn't give no traction to certain people, because they want to hear you talking. They want to hear you be in that fantasy, and you stay in that fantasy, right? And most people relish in that, you know. I got people that I know personally, and people that's around me on a regular, everyday basis, that they only judge you based on what's in your pockets. And if you what's in your pockets, you get that kind of conversation. And if you don't got shit in your pockets, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. That's crazy, y'all. Like, it's really crazy to me, man. You know, I remember back in the day, man. You know, and I think I mentioned this in another video that I made, but I'm not sure, that when I was a kid, man, we all had fun, man. We had fun, and we just did what we did. You know, oh yeah, I mentioned that in my video, childhood video. So if you guys haven't checked that video out, check it out. But yeah, I remember we just had fun. We played with each other, man, and all we had was ourselves, and ourselves was just us, our characters. And you know, kids will let you know, because kids are ruthless like that. They have no filter. They will tell if you're a mean person, if you're a nice person. They won't give a damn. They'll tell you right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? But we had each other. We went to go pick lemons off the lemon tree. We went to go pick apples. We went to go pick berries. We went to go pick grapes. You know what I'm saying? We jumped over fences. We knocked on people's doorbells, even though that wasn't the best thing that we did. We did all that. But at the end of the day, that we was fulfilled. We had purpose and fulfillment inside, because we had a friend. We had somebody that we could play with all the time if we wasn't by ourselves. And we truly enjoyed that. We didn't care about nothing else in the world. You know what I'm saying? We had each other. And we lost all that, you guys, because what we've been taught is to be in this bullshit that we in now. And so all that happiness that we had turns into doom and gloom, because nobody knows any better, right? I bet you any money you couldn't get a bunch of adults in a room and just not think about their jobs or what they're doing, and just having fun with one another, and just enjoying each other, man. I guarantee you couldn't do that these days. People have become desensitized in such a way to where they can't identify themselves anymore, because the system has dehumanized them in such a way that they don't know where to turn. And see, the stuff that I'm talking about, that you guys may call doom and gloom, if you guys out there calling it that, or whatever the case may be, it ain't doom and gloom for me, because it's reality. And most of y'all will say that's not reality and try to cover it up and sweep the shit out of the rug like it's not really happening. Oh, trust me, it's happening out here. Y'all just don't want to identify with it. That's it. But see, I was one of those people like one of y'all, you know what I'm saying, that just tuck my tail between my legs and just stop talking about shit like that, because it didn't do nothing for me, because I felt like it was bullshit that somebody was spitting out their mouth, which I didn't realize at the time, right? Until I really decided to use this part of my brain to open up, to really figure out what's really happening out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And once I figured that out, man, it's just that once that light switch cut on, you know, you can't ever shut it off ever again, man. And see, for me, you know, it don't take much to really make me happy in this life, right? I'm not fueled by money. Yeah, money's a tool, but I'm not fueled by money. You know, I'm fueled by character. You know what I'm saying? I'm fueled by character. I'm fueled by purpose, man. I'm not fueled by this other BS that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know how to identify with that. You know what I'm saying? And so, in this situation, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I just want y'all to think. After looking at this video, I want y'all to see. I want y'all to really just take what I'm saying to y'all and break it down, man. Even if y'all upset, y'all may get all mad or whatever because of what I'm talking about. Hey, it's okay, right? But just sit back, even with all that anger that you having going on. Just sit back and think about what I'm saying, and let me know if I'm right or wrong. Put it in the comments, man. Listen, I like to have these type of discussions. I do. It's all good. I like to have these type of discussions because these discussions is what helps me also too, to let me know if I'm doing something wrong, right? But I don't think I'm doing anything wrong because I figured it out, right? I figured it out. But most folks haven't figured it out, right? But they would sit there and put their life on me and to make me seem like I'm a bad person because of what I choose not to do with them. Because people don't really realize is that they take their vision of what they have and they put it on you as if you're supposed to act because of what they say. Because of what they're telling you. And it's your life. It's your life. So, that's it, y'all. I don't got no more, man. I may come back on later on and make another video, man. But just think about it, y'all. Leave all your comments in the comment section, man. Talk about it. I want to talk about this. Because this stuff that be in my mind, and I want to figure out what's going on in this world, man. Besides what I already know, just talk to me, man. Let me know something, man. Whether it be good or bad, I'm here for it, man. So, with that being said, you guys, man, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'm gone.